Hey everybody, it's Matt. It is Saturday afternoon. It has been a whole week, pretty much, since our last video, and I'm gonna be fully honest, I have not done a single thing all week. I haven't filmed, I haven't worked on any projects, I've been down in the dumps. It's been a rough week. I don't know. Just haven't been motivated. Been having a hard one. Haven't slept well. We've been dealing with a tick issue. We took the dogs out yesterday for a hike, and Philip had, I don't even know, we picked about 40 ticks off of him when we got back. Luckily they're on meds, so I'm not worried about it. Like, any ticks that we didn't find are going to just die if they bite him. But Darren got tick bite, and he had to go to the doctor and get put on antibiotics because his neck swelled up and his lymph nodes, and it's just been miserable. Ticks have been really bad, really tiny little itty bitty little nymphs, you know. So that's been gross. The weather's been off and on. We had a few lovely days. Today is kind of gloomy. They keep saying the sun's gonna come out, but it hasn't yet. But I'm out doing some chores, and I have my little wagon. Usually I just carry the water out here, but with the camera in my hand and everything else, the wagon makes it easier. So I also have a basket of grass here and weeds for the birdies. Come and get it, birdos. My one-handed wonder here. There we go. A nice bribe. Look at this poor girl right here. She's going through a real hard molt. She looks raggedy. But luckily the weather hasn't been too cold. Huh. I had some others that were molting, but they've kind of come through it already. I'll get some clean water. Let's see if I get tangled on this fence again. No, I did it. Yeah, I was already out here today. They already got fed. They already got watered. But, as you can see, it was not that long ago either. They have definitely splashed all the water out of this bowl. So we're gonna, the geese get in here and take a bath and make short work of the water supply. Here we go, friends. Fresh water. What do you think? We had some boys. Yeah, so I've been trying to get some things ready for winter out here. I took down the sunshade. They don't need it anymore, and I didn't want it getting crushed in snowstorms this winter. And then I've also been working on the inside of the coop because I do a deep litter method here. So I let the shavings just pile up really high. So it was like a good 8 inches thick of shavings. So over the last few weeks, I've been scraping everything out, and then I just started putting in fresh shavings again. So I'm going to build this up, a nice thick layer for winter to insulate the floor. So there's that. It's looking all right in here. You know, it's neat and clean as a chicken coop can be. But I do have a couple of duck eggs that weren't here this morning. So that's not so bad. And we can peek behind this board. And nobody under there? No. I already gathered eggs this morning, but if you look, we got some ladies laying. Oh, and I found, oh wow, okay. Look at this chonker. That must have been uncomfortable. So these are duck eggs. these 3. One's a little dirty, but... And we got a couple chicken eggs. 2. This little dinky one, I'm going to throw to the crows. I bribed the crows with eggs here. And it keeps the hawks away. At least that's the theory. I haven't seen too many hawks. I saw one yesterday. I don't even know what kind it was. It was beautiful. But it very quickly flew right across over the birds when I was out in the field. I did not have a camera on me at the time. But yeah, this is the... every day I throw an egg or 2 out here and the crows come and eat them. So it just keeps them checking in on this spot, and if there are any hawks lingering, the crows will run them off. And I've also been throwing out lots of, gathering all the spoiled apples under the apple trees. And that's been a nice little supplement, because they sure do eat a lot of food. Don't ya? Birdies. Oh, I'll get this empty jug. I'll fill. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with me this week. I just can't get into a good mood. I don't know what we're gonna do today. We get the rest of the day. The sun is coming out. We might head into town later. They're having a Halloween festival or something in Eastport, a witches festival, Witches of Eastport. We might check that out. I don't know. It's not like I don't have projects to work on. I just, honestly, I've had no motivation. No motivation. I don't know if it's just depression. I'm still struggling. Still struggling with this whole Simon situation. Can't get my head around it. Everywhere I look, I see him. It's been really hard. And it's kind of stolen my joy. It will come back, hopefully, bit by bit. But I need to motivate to get something done. Hopefully I will. But yeah, maybe we'll head into town later. We'll do something. But yeah, that's how my week's been going so far. A whole lot of nothing.
Hello. So I'm out here in the backfield. Well, not too far back, just behind the house, really. And like Matt, I had a slow week. I've been really tired this week. And basically I woke up on Tuesday morning and had some itching, and I thought there was something on my scalp. So I asked Matt to look at it, and he found a little tick in there. So although I do check myself regularly and try to be careful, they are insidious. So it got me on the scalp. When I woke up, I had a headache and I had a lot of soreness in the back of my neck. And the lymph node on this side was very swollen and painful. And my scalp was so sensitive here all the way over to my forehead. So I called the doctor and they wanted me to have it looked at. So I did. And long story short, I'm on 14 days of doxycycline for suspected tick infection. So got blood tests. We will see eventually if it was anything. This isn't the first time this sort of thing has happened to me, maybe 6 years ago. Walking by the birds. So yeah, maybe 6 years ago, I was at the beach and I had what felt like chafing from my bathing suit, because you're in salt water and sand and everything. But then a few days later, I had a fever, and it was like July 9th. So I had a fever and felt really terrible and was having emotional roller coasters. And if you know me, that's not too unusual, but the fact that it was quite extreme. So that at that time, it tested for, I want to say it was anaplasmosis and babesiosis, if I'm pronouncing any of that correctly, but there were two different things. So this time when I was at the doctor, I was handed this little device. And you might want to see it on this side. So it's from the Down East Community Hospital. And it has a little, tiny little slit here that you can use to get a tiny tick off your skin. And a bigger one here for a larger tick, and a little handy magnifying glass. And if you're old like me, you need that. So that is going to be an interesting tool. And you might be saying, why are you out in the field? Well, I'm not going to move. I'm not going to stop living my life. And like I said, I had a tick infection when I was living in a city in Massachusetts. So it's not like it's too different here. Well, it's a little different. There's a lot more here than in Massachusetts. But I do have bug repellent on. I'm wearing long pants that I can see things easily. And I have been itching to get into the back. Matt and I like to take these little trips, just walking trips out into the back to see things and just mentally center yourself. Lately, we've been needing that a lot more, just to go and commune with the woods and hear the birds. And so I've been hoping to get it back there with the tire flat on the tractor. We aren't able to do some of the chores that we want to do, and we're still just going back and forth about which equipment that we want to get to fix that problem. So we make our decisions very slowly. So here I am at the place where the east and west meadows meet. I'm not showing you much. Maybe I should turn the camera around. So my goal here, we're going to be going to the Witches of Eastport festival very soon. But my goal in doing this was to show you some parts of the field, of the farm that you haven't seen before. So you have seen this. So what I'm going to do is just fast forward and then show you what I want to show you. All right, so I feel like we're always telling you guys about the stream. So this is the location of the stream here at the bottom of the second meadow. And it's all dried out right now, naturally. But I thought I'd show you what it looks like. So upstream a bit, it's a lot more swampy. I'm gonna bring you up and over here because, and I'll show you this whole area up here above the stream on the other side. So it's very wooded in here. And the stream kind of wraps around this area over this way. So I'm curious if there are any old paths in here that we can kind of recreate. So here's the stream. I'm going to try to follow it. And look at this. So normally when it's all wet, I can't really walk here. And you can see there's a fence right here. You can see it. It goes to the left underneath that tree that fell over. And what this fence does is it crosses the property from one property line to the other and goes all the way back up to the gate. But it looks like they had a hard time keeping the stream, keeping the fence over the stream. So this whole area is pretty cool. And it goes off this way. There's some cool mossy areas up here. So what I want to show you is just this area of the stream over this way. Looks like somebody walked through here recently. There's like a worn... Huh. It wasn't me. So down here, there's this part of the stream. And then it goes off. You can see that orange marker right there. So the stream goes off that way. So I just thought you might find that interesting.
So I'm out here by the barn, and if you look up at the barn, we have security cameras. So there's one right here, and we've got them all over the property. So the other night, all my birds are making noises. The other night, it was like 9:07, and I got an alert on the security camera, and right here, right in front of the barn. Now my chickens are right over there. Now, luckily, after dark, everyone gets locked up. So everyone was securely locked in their coop. But this camera behind me alerted, and right here in this spot was a huge bobcat. Right here in front of the barn. So it came up probably from the cemetery side there. Came up, turned around, went back. Everyone was safe. Everything was locked up. But it was a big one. So we've seen on our game cameras that we used to have in the woods there. We've seen fox, we've seen coyotes, deer, turkeys, that kind of stuff. But that was the first bobcat we have seen, and it was very close to the house. But that's part of living in a rural area. You have wildlife. I don't wish any harm on the bobcat. I just gotta make sure all my birdies are safe. Now, I was out here a little while ago giving them water. Oh, goodness. But we're gonna head into town soon, and I don't know what time we'll be back. So I'm gonna give them, oh, this isn't good. So these are the strings from the feed bags. These can tangle up a bird. Right? We don't wanna get tangled. So we're gonna give you your dinner a little early, friends, because I don't know what time I'll be back. I also don't know where my scooper is. Oh, Lordy. Is it in? Hold on, kiddos. There's a scooper. All right, we got my barrel full of feed. And normally I feed them later in the day. It's only like 1:30 right now, but we'll be out for a few hours. So I might as well Make sure everyone's happy. They're not super hungry, so. Trust me, when they are really hungry, that you can't even walk without them tripping you. All right, here you go. Here you go. There. That'll keep you busy till I get back later. Yeah, the sun really came out. It's warming up. I might not need this scarf on. I'm gonna make sure I close this barrel of feed. And I did not, and I will find chickens in the barrel if I don't cover it. Cool. Yeah, so I thought it was pretty neat to see such a large bobcat right here. And it was only, 9 o'clock at night. It wasn't like it was in the middle of the night. So I love seeing stuff like that. As long as he doesn't eat anybody.
Well, I'm back from my walk, and even with the bug spray on, I looked at myself while I was out there and thoroughly when I got back, and I found 2 ticks on the front of my pants and 1 on my shoe. So I'm going to look at myself again, and I'm going to get a change of clothes on anyway because I'm going to the Witches of Eastport festival. But the bottom line is be vigilant. Sometimes the things to be afraid of on your farm are not bears and moose, but the little tiny things that you can barely see. So be careful out there. Hello. We are on our way. See some witches.
witches. Some dogs walking. Why can't I? The werewolf. Oh, he's looking at the werewolf. You just said yes, I